welcome to FECAA Radio, the voice of Victoria. وطبعا الليلة عندنا interview مع new musician بتاعنا اسم بتاعه Florence Shida from Brisbane, Australia. وطبعا ده فنان جديد وكمان ودار وريس talent زمان أنا قالي في كوتوريا. We have a lot of talent, young people. مناسا grow عندهم beautiful sound, beautiful song. عشان كده دار كان لنا نقدر سبورتهم في بروجرام الدايما ومن قامله. عشان كده نبغى ويلكم شيدا في FECAA Radio today. Welcome to FECAA Radio, Shida.
Thank you so much. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yes, before we go further, I just need to ask you, can you talk about yourself, please, Shida? Go ahead.
Okay, myself. My name is Shida Florence. I am a new upcoming artist. I live in Brisbane, Queensland. I was in Tasmania before I moved here, and now I call Brisbane home. So I am a songwriter, so it means I write my own songs, and I am an author for children's books, which for Kakwa. They are not out yet, they are in review, but soon will be out, but that will be a different topic for another day. And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a business person. So pretty much I'm all in one.
Yeah, that's good. That is all about yourself.
Yeah, pretty much in summary.
Okay, Shida. All right. Anyway, just we go further. As you said, you were the music writer as well before to be the singer and stuff like that. So it's okay. Aneta ban bonus meta set two language zemane gikalim bara bita juba zemete gali ta gikatibu sometime gona bortan bita kakwa ta kaman gi ta marade gi gona bo. Ano best ban we are going share another salita modu bita how many when you start to be involved in music industry ita bada miten dakalo fi music industry ashan to kun zolta gona.
So music kinda better since I was like in school. So I used to be in choir. And I used to sing theater as well. So I used to be in Launceston theaters in Launceston, so we did musical Oliver Twist. So for me, zaman bigger better than the guna bigger like for real like to be in the music industry. I then started after my high school. I was like about 2021. That's when I started actually writing songs. So that's when I started. That was like way back. But as I now I did my university, so I decided to go back to uni and put music aside. So when I finished, then I was like, okay, I can be able to like now do what I want to do because I studied business. So I'll be able to pursue my music and actually do music business at the same time. So I'll have now a better idea how to handle myself, you know, in terms of this music industry, how to promote myself. Yeah, bigger my gunadali tell you you men. So I like but Arabic be Swahili, Asande Canada be one because I lived in Uganda before, so I do speak Swahili as well.
Yep.
And I like but that Marutanade Kula Sanas Bar Diga Ana Demunu and how many languages I can speak.
Yes.
I released the Shida on Fire. That's pretty much coming of me on fire technically, but yes. So that's like now me saying I am now moving forward. I'm on fire in a way that people are going to expect more from me, and I need all the support. So
Yes.
Corona kaman hasmut.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what the video hasn't come out yet. So I did bigger work with Kalamta Ayanta Corona.
Yes, that's right. Fantastic. Just I wanted to ask you again because you say something about the business. Eta wonusu kalamta eta kamana derja fi university santabi kalasu process taki. The question in Angasalt, how can you make the balance between the musica, the singer, and university together? It can be bukutu nafsataki between them. Can you explain?
So anyway, like, cause the uni takes a lot. Uni requires a full concentration. So the days that I was able, I would write songs as like a way to escape away from uni. So I would try to contact people so I can be able to record, but I was not getting what I wanted, so I decided to put that, and then just what I did was just write songs while going to uni. So the balance is in between, like, it's part of to get away to exercise, but then I would go to write.
Yes, Shida, you mentioned something twice now about write the song. Are you just writer or singer? Because there is something is still confusing. Both.
Singer and songwriter, so that's voice.
Okay. How many songs you writing now?
I've written few songs which I'll be dropping as time progresses. So I'm working single per single. So right now I'm just dropping singles as I go. So I have so many songs actually recorded. So I'm just work, but once goes out, I'll be able to drop as I go.
Okay, that's good, Shida. You have any difficulty sometime facing you about how someone to help you about to write the singer? There is any difficulty you facing you?
No, I don't have any difficulty because I'm a writer, so I don't. So for me, I'm able to express myself through singing, so I don't find anything difficult about that because it's my passion. So it's something that I have talent in. So I'm able to express myself freely in writing and singing.
Again, I ask you the same question repeated again. How many songs you wrote?
I can't be able to tell you how many I have because I could say more than 20 songs written.
Oh.
Yes. So, and I have about 7 to 10 recorded. And I have some I'm still on the process of recording that because I have to shoot a video as well, and plus work. All that has to balance. All
about you wrote about the romantic something about romantic or?
They're all mixed because so in a way I try to express myself in different ways. There's a love song. There is a sorrowful song whereby you're facing anything in the world, in life. I write about life, and it's a various ways of expressing yourself. So it's mixed.
Yes, that's good. About Kakwa as well.
Yeah, mostly I'm trying to express myself more in Kakwa and put a little bit of Arabic and English. Yeah. So it's majority, but I'm trying to balance everything. There's English there, whereby I write fully in English or I write fully in Kakwa. So that actually people can be able to relate fully. This is Kakwa, or I'll have Arabic in Kakwa, or I have English in Kakwa.
That's good. Anyway, Shida, let's go for a short break and then we're coming back soon again. Welcome to FECAA Radio, the voice of Victoria from Australia. Zamanina Lisama Fananatana Florence Shida wa taban here a new musician Lasa Manzaho wa taban from Brisbane, Australia. Wa so walela the guest mana fi FECAA Radio wa shankiran dan nagula mustamin betana ta FECAA Radio kanina nagdar ne support lenzama hiyo wenisu she is the writer as well. They have nearly 20 songs. Wa gada katabufugu taban beyamulu borutan mixed between Kakwa language and also English and also a little bit Arabic because she's speaking Swahili as well. وأنا طبعا بيappreciate that. That's fantastic. لأنه طبعا community بتاعنا بإكواتوريا زي ما توقع استمع الآن في لشيدا و she is live now with us in FECAA Radio. Welcome back again, Shida. So we are going to jump to ask you about your album. How many? You said you don't have any album, isn't it? How many album you have?
No, I don't have any album yet.
Okay.
Dropped a single. Yeah, but albums, maybe once the fan base has grown, I'll be able to drop an album. But at the moment, it's just to go to dropping singles.
Yes, that's good. Okay, anyway, just my question, Basalita Moduta, what the type of your music, what sort of type of music you play?
So my type of music is an Afro pop. So because it's an African, because that's what like we used to have, like when we like in church, you could hear that kind of the drum, so that part takes you back to Africa. And I grew up, doing this. I was like, this is the part I want to do, able to like express myself in that format. So I was able to find someone that was actually, able to produce the kind of music I want, because I struggled a lot in Australia to find someone. So, but now, yes, this is the type of music that I do, which is very common in Africa.
Yes.
They've taken that, but now people think it's actually more of a West Africa, but it's not. It's actually generally an African genre, yes. But it's very popular in Africa.
Yes, that's why the question we need to go to talk about it. Another question before we started. Let's go to start in your album as well. All your songs. I think you have 2 songs now. Is not ready yet, or is ready yet to people listening in the get name gona nasbek there was my gona de what mana betation with gona sanction.
So tell you me man is the tell you me man in Kakwa, so in Arabic means girl but I buaja. So it's about a girl in a relationship, so she has a man and the boyfriend or the relationship is like in a jeopardy because the man is busy all the time. Mind is man as an bagot my binia fibet. So all they do is just work, and that's why like she feels there's no time given to her. So that's why like with a girl but just and she couldn't get the time to spend with the mom.
Yes,
and she just
tell you man. Tell your money.
Yes.
The bike language. It's beautiful.
Tell your me man as a girl but I buaja as an girl but buaja and go them up again if you bet that we can also if you bet while be raw. Yeah, big massive zaman again my girl but buaja cannot guy is all the be raw.
Okay, that's Jamil. Okay, thank you very much. We are going to listen to this song. It's beautiful. Let's go to listen.
Shida Florence. See everybody na mimi kuda wutu teli yolo mime. Usima yangu ni wewe. See everybody na mimi kuda wutu teli yolo mime. Usima yangu ni wewe. And I say dream you want to use. We've been through highs and lows. No matter what they get made, we've made it. Hey, you know so good up again. You wanna good up again. Lakini mutuluki lisa mama do. Oh, girl be anabiru to eat. Anabi hibat mahad anabi mutu. I wanna die in your arms. I just need your touch and I cry every day for your love, cause I want you next to me. And I tell Itama Anna, their best Itama Anna. And I tell Itama Anna, yeah, Ronya Nyara. And I tell Itama Anna, their best Itama Anna. And I tell Itama Anna, yeah, Ronya Nyara. See everybody na mimi, kuda wutu teli yolo mime. uzima yangu ni wewe, usiende mbali na mimi, kuja ututeli olomime, uzima yangu ni wewe, and I said you want news, we've been through highs and lows, no matter what they can say, we've made it, hey, inyosu kuja kugele, niwara kuja kugele, lakini utulukilo, lisa mama, don't say you need me, cause you always busy, you know I want you and I'm missing your loving, I want you every day around me, cause seeing you makes me happy, I want you every day around me, cause seeing you makes me happy, and I tell it I'm
welcome to FECAA Radio. That's a beautiful song from Florence Shida wa taban wa life man al-an fi FECAA Radio de mina gani bita 2000 wa gonna bita galbata igi waja wa it's a beautiful wa taban gonna bortanta kakwa kaman wa mixu bi arabi wa shankira bordu fi swahili fogo wa shankira wa very proud ma fanana tana Shida wa Shida man al-life and fi FECAA Radio. Honorable welcome Shida again in FECAA Radio. Welcome, Shida. It's a beautiful song. Lamanas ma gonna de uwa felan kala gelbetanas giwaja sometime. Go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yes.
Yeah. Welcome. It's a beautiful song, yani. And the way you singing is very smoothly, yani. Uko is the soft music. Alena aizu tamam, yani. They augi weri surata music, African music, magi copy min Nigeria wala kita. They shokol ko scholars they bore bitana bita Equatorial community wa South Sudanese lanu they au song nina bihibu. Welcome to FECAA Radio, the voice of Victoria from Australia. Wasamin Basha Makum Lisa. Continue ma fanana bitana al-kabira Shida. Okay, I just another raw meta shwaya fi the question it's not difficult number 4 there might feel later. Just ask about the difference between hip hop and reggae. You know about it. And also what type of South Sudanese music, that's all in general. And it's about then your experience in music terminology. Yani, what is the difference there between hip hop and reggae? Because sometimes the people mixed up a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
So, well, people may have different understanding of how they perceive these two. So hip hop is more of the culture of American the black people in America. So how they express and the lifestyle in America among the black community. And with reggae, it's more of like a DJing based in around like the Caribbean area, and they more of like back then how like people adopted all these things. So reggae music is all about DJing, and it's based on the Caribbean culture and how they express, and mostly involve mostly how they express themselves about the government and the politics and stuff like that, and which is similar to how hip-hop culture is in America. So, and then when it comes to rap music and hip-hop, this one, like you see that so many Americans express themselves similar to the way reggae music actually is actually in.
Yes.
I hope you answered the question.
Yes. Oh, that's good. It's okay. Just I'm still asking there why I'm asking this question, because a lot of our musicians, mushkalen nastana al fananin, our musicians like you, the people. If you mixed up, what I mean we mixed up, because people just copy something and then bro our traditional yani fi Africa zen in South Sudan or zen logara tembelet when you see the drum and our culture there, how the people dancing. So, I saw the one of the musician Hani Franco, he tried to do something different. Also, yani, if you see the Sultan Clinton from Acholi is in America as well. Sometimes we do yani the beat like Acholi the music like in taban the song mumkin bugona be Arabi or bugona be English. So that's why I mean about the hip hop are different. The difference is here is very confusing. So it's very fantastic your answer. Like in Bestabanana Kan Basalo, what type of South Sudanese music exactly? Can you help us for that?
So the type of Sudanese music is actually based on their traditional and culture based kind of music. So they actually combine the culture music with the tradition, and then they actually modernize it to make they're trying to make a more a genre out of that, which is pretty good. But if they like to stick genre to say, okay, this is what we want, but they confuse it with a rap music, and they're trying to bring in more of westernized instrumental, which kind of defeats the purpose of them actually trying to make their music. So that's why it's hard to pinpoint what kind of music exactly they're going for. But then when they have like a mixture of like Arabic kind of genre that's from Khartoum and stuff, when you listen to it, you actually hear that kind of Arabic influence in there, and a bit of like more Ugandan reggaeton in one. But then I feel like if they're to just separate that, they'll be able to have a different type of music. But me personally, I'm not able to like to pinpoint what exactly what direction they're actually going in, because it's all over and they're trying to make one. So that's where it's hard to really differentiate what genre they're going for.
Yes, that's right. Because if you listen to some our musician, different musician, and etabali nasgi copy ajata Congolese, the people copy Congolese sometime. People copy as well the dancers, because Ugandese love the dancers a lot. Yani ana listen katir fi song bitoman, or if you dasma bordo listen to Kenyans or Tanzanians, all these people in Eastern Africa. They so-called all dancers. That's it. That another issue. Okay, but in South Sudan we are very confusing, because we mix between Congolese style and dancers, because the reason why we move there with situation with war. Some people is born as well in Uganda, is born in Congo. It comes with different culture. So and mix. Some people are born in Khartoum, for example. Some people born in Egypt, or all of them come with different culture. So that's good. So, but the thing we're looking for, what type the music of South Sudan is still, there is no answer on it, because and yananagi katir min fananin all the musicians, you say something different. As you today, you say something. Go ahead. Can you say something?
Because it's a bit. Because it's a bit like I try to, because before even I say, okay, this is what I want, because initially I wanted to do Afrobeat things, but then I was if I tried to look back, like trying to listen to Sudanese music, and I was like, okay, maybe I can grab something from there. So this is what it is. I couldn't like place my hand on it, because it was like all over, and there was one thing you hear they play, they're on dance hall, one thing they're on reggaeton, one thing they're actually playing totally like something you can hear like more like Arabic kind of like instrumentals there. It was really confusing, but then now I was like, I can own it in a way, like I can have like Afrobeat, Afro pop music for Sudanese in a way that this is Afro pop South Sudan music, you understand? So that way they can be like, okay, Afro pop South Sudanese music. They can search, and you can actually have in different countries. Because if you go to Tanzania, you find actually they have like the bongo flavor and Afro pop in Tanzania. You go to West Africa, they actually have that. So in a way, me coming through, I'm able to be like, okay, we need to be identified as South Sudanese Afro pop music. So that way, when they go, they say, oh, this is Afro pop South Sudan music. So you're able to actually differentiate the genre, and then you can mix Afro pop and actually put dancehall music there. You can add reggaeton. That way you can be like, this is our genre.
Yes,
I hope
you're right. Sorry, I interrupted you. Just my question, the last question. Sorry, we're talking a lot about this thing. All right. The sound, because some people singing by English, and then you need to take Nigerian alphabet. You know what I mean? Like Nigerians, my brother, you something like that. I'm going to village, or that sound sometimes embarrassing. Some our musicians continue to do this. I don't know why. If you sing by English, say normal. do like the South Sudanese English. Normal, as I heard your song now is very clear. Antagona Nadif, Beteriga English is very clear, but it's not like you put some words like Western. Are you agree with me?
Yeah, I do agree with you, but I think the reason they use that is to target the audience from that side as well. So people do that because they have a target audience. So they're like, okay, we're going to target that West African target. So when they hear that word, they can relate. At the same time, if someone who speaks English can actually relate. So they have a different way of targeting audience when they're writing songs as a songwriter, because people are like, okay, I'm gonna put this word there, so people from Nigeria can actually relate to it. I'm gonna put Arabic there, so people from South Sudan can relate to it, and I'm gonna put Swahili. So writers tend to use those kind of words to relate, so they can actually target a certain group of people. So I think that's where the listener will be like, why? So me as like someone will be like, no, I need you just to sing for me in my dialect and everything. But the writer actually has a different idea when they're writing the song. So I think that's why.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shida. This is FECAA Radio, the voice of Victoria from Australia. We still continue with Maokotana Shida. One in a bureau of a short break. Musician Bitana Florence Shida from Brisbane, Australia. Wa taban umana defan and FECAA Radio fi program Bitana Aninagi talk now today. Shida, welcome again to FECAA Radio. Just this is a final question we are going to ask about the new musician. As you're a new musician as well, what your message to another new musician like you? You need to tell them that we're loman shuruna fananina nasal new talent umandari bada fi music. Your advice loman shunu. Go ahead.
So thank you so much for the opportunity. My advice to the new upcoming artists like me, one, they need to support each other and be authentic about themselves. Because as you're upcoming, there's so many challenges that you face, and you want to be to just make it by yourself. But in music industry, you need to work together as a team and as a collective in order to make it. So many people believe that they want to just make it by themselves. It doesn't work like that. In music, you need to be actually connected and come together to actually make it. Otherwise, you will collapse, because music industry needs support. One, you need people, you need all the connections you can. And if you don't come together with other people or connect with other people, you will not be able to make it, because you need the connection and the support. And with that, people are able to uplift you and move forward. And another thing is love. So people don't really have that love for each other, and they miss that. So you don't like your own people, but then you want your own people to actually support you. It doesn't work that way. You need to show love through for each other and your people, and love for the craft that you're doing in order to actually make it. If you don't have that, you can never succeed in this industry, because music is very complicated, kind of like, business. But if you're in there for the money, you will not last. You have to be in there for actually the passion, the talent, for the love of it. If you don't have the love for the music, you love money, you cannot make it easily. It takes love to make it. Once you're in there, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
And need to unite as well. I need to unite as one. And I've seen already some young ones here, like they are coming among each other. That's how they move forward. You guys need to actually stop. I'm better than this person, or I'm better than this. No, you guys need to come together and support each other. If show your friends like, oh yeah, come together, they will support you. Like, I'm better than that person. how I can do better. It's not about competition because it's so that's what I can give. Like they need to stop competition and hate.
Yes.
Love each other.
Yes, that's wonderful. Thank you very much, Shida, for your advice to all new musicians. أنا طبعا بشكرك في كلام ده. Before we go further, just we are going to listen to another one of your song. Say Shida and Fire. They're gonna. It's very beautiful in Friday night. Let's go.
Shida Florence, I'm making it hot tonight. It's Friday night and I'm feeling right. Me and my girls in the club, we on fire. We're gonna turn it up, 'cause we the baddest. We're gonna try it down all the way. She don't fire, she don't fire, she don't fire, she don't fire. Banat kulu, 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 banat kulu. Mr. DJ, play my favorite song, put it on a replay. I'm here to party, I'm here to rock my body. All the girls be looking at the way I work it, work it. All the boys be licking lips the way I twerk it, twerk it. When I do acting, when I make it lead, when I send nobody. Take over this floor, when I scatter this place, when I send nobody. Anything we want, we go do it like. She don't fire till the break of dawn. It's Friday night, and I'm feeling right. Me and my girls in the club, we on fire. We're gonna turn it up, 'cause we the baddest. We're gonna try it down all the way. She don't fire, 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 she don't fire. Banat kulu, banat kulu, banat kulu, banat kulu, banat kulu,
Banat Kulu, Banat Kulu, Banat. Welcome to FECAA Radio, Shida, with beautiful song. Zamani Nagastem, في فنانة تانا جديدة Florence Shida from Australia, Brisbane. ونعشان كده نلمو الليلة معنا في FECAA Radio, the voice with Equatoria, all Equatoria, whatever you are, you listen now live. لفنانة كبيرة Shida, Banat Kulu, Figona, the fire. Okay, this is the FECAA Radio voice of Equatoria. Welcome again, Shida. The final question we are going to ask you about the Equatoria unity, but it's very important. I need you to give a strong message for all entire Equatoria around the world listening to you right now in FECAA Radio about the unity. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much for the opportunity again. So my message to you want me to give a message to the Equatorial unity?
Yes.
We need to be united, to be one. There's a word that they say, together we united, apart we fall. So we as Equatorians, we need to actually come together and unite and work together to actually achieve a common goal. And I say that because I grew up mostly here and partly in Uganda. But, the amount of like segregation and separation is very common among us, and especially mostly people come together if there is, let me say, if someone has lost a member, that's when they come together. That one, and what else? If there's prayers and stuff like that. But then when it comes to actually things that people should do to empower themselves, we do not unite. There is no unity among the Equatorians like to support each other. Instead, they fall apart. But somebody will be able to cut a ticket to just come for your funeral other than supporting you financially or helping you to actually make it in life. And that's the thing that really upset me sometimes, a lot of times. I feel like, why? when it comes to businesses, they will rather take your stuff and not pay, and leave you to suffer, other than making you actually progress in that path, so that you're able to support other people. So why I say like they need to be united, because of those things, variously, like on business sectors, when it coming to different tribes, that part of tribalism as well, they need to drop that. It's a very big sensitive issue. I know I'm touching briefly on it, but that's what I've seen as I grow up. Like tribalism is very big in among us people, which they try to like say, oh, it's not big, until something happens. That's when you will know that there's actually a bigger issue among us than you think. And so those are the things that I feel like they need to actually be united in order to actually move forward. Other than that, if we don't, we will still be, stagnant in one place.
Thank you very much, Shida from Brisbane. Wade wukan Dave Mana Lila fi FECAA Radio, the voice of Victoria from Australia. Zemani Nasma Fikatir Minna. The words she said to us today is very good, fantastic. Tamande young people, man new musician, taban mandere weri talent man lena le community ashaniara finu findena new talent kuliom gi weladu. Fa nu yan bugul kire le community bitana bite Kotoria, wherever you are, you listen to FECAA Radio right now. Please can namu support le Florence Shida. Wa taban wa bokuni ndo agani keti remkin bikun fi YouTube soon. We are going to anina beligo fi kulu makan wa agani betoza manene gani steme fogu right now ude ya umena gani aluamulu or right by himself. Fanemugul fantastic Shida, and God bless you. Wa anina beli maita fi zamantani. Bye bye for now. It's Friday night and I'm feeling right. We girls in the club, we on fire. We're gonna turn it up, cause we the baddest. We're gonna try it out all the way, She don't fire, she don't fire. 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 Banat kulu, banat kulu. Banat kulu, banat kulu. Banat kulu, banat kulu. Banat kulu, banat kulu. Mr. DJ, play my favorite song, put it on a replay. I'm here to party, I'm here to rock my body. All the girls be looking at the way I work it. All the boys be licking lips the way I twerk it. When I do acting, when I make it lead, when I send nobody. Take over this floor, when I scatter this place, when I send nobody. Anything we want, we gon' do it like. She don't fire till the break of dawn. It's Friday night and I'm feeling right. We girls in the club, we on fire. We're gonna turn it up, cause we the baddest. We're gonna try it out all the way, She don't fire, she don't fire. 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 Banat kulu, banat kulu. Banat kulu, banat kulu. Banat kulu, banat kulu. Banat kulu, banat. You see the way you shake that thing makes me wanna come closer. The way you whine your sexy body makes me wanna touch you. See, go away, boy, you wanna follow me, oh. See, go away, no die on top my mat, my mat. Gonna shake it all night, shake it all night. I'm gonna shake it all night. Shake what my mama gave me. Anything we want, we gon' do it like. She don't fire till the break of dawn. It's Friday night and I'm feeling right. Me and my girls in the club, we on fire. We're gonna turn it up, cause we the